and welcome to another live stream Watchalong reaction. This afternoon, we are watching and reacting to Toronto FC versus Inter Miami CF MLS 2026 Week 12. This time, we're going to be able to watch it because it is on Apple TV and this one's being aired. Whether I like that or not, I don't know. It's none of my concern. Either way, this time we're not missing this one, which is sad because I would have rather watched the legends I loved growing up, whether they were on shitty teams or good teams. At least I thought they knew how to play football. Right now, we're going to watch the team who's garbage, who doesn't know how to play the game of football. Oh, don't worry. Oh, we're going to snap them out of it right quick. Don't worry. Frankly, I hope we do. I hope we do snap them out of it because you know what? If Robin Fraser beats Miami, that is going to be the worst thing possible. This is his Waterloo. If he does not beat Miami, he's way more at risk of losing his job. And that's probably what we need at this point. If he beats Miami after all that Ottawa bullshit, they're going to be like, but he beat Miami. Because MLSE doesn't know what matters the most with his club, and Robin doesn't either. This is Waterloo. He has to beat Miami to save his job, in my opinion. Because if he beats Miami, you know what everybody says? Well, but he beat Messi. Oh, Lord. Son, come on now. Oh my God, that game not airing is gonna be hell for me for a while, isn't it? Fuck. Them not airing that game is gonna be hell for me for a while, isn't it? Fans were pissed. Yeah, it's not my fucking fault. I was pissed too. It's not like I don't know, man. I don't know. You would think they'd air something with Ronaldinho in it. I don't care if it's Toronto Legends or... They showed the Mexico one, as I said. Stupid Apple TV not putting the stream up. Well, Apple TV doesn't have the rights to friendlies, sir. Well, unless it's Miami, then they'll show everything. I mean, Miami doesn't have legends. They just have to run out their own team. But anything Miami does, they'll show. Or One Football, at least, will show it for $6. But no. Your cameras are in the fucking stadium. How about you just show the friendly, Apple TV? What, you don't want extra ratings? I know you're a joke, but how about you just, I don't know, use your cameras and send some dumb jackass who nobody cares about to call the game. Or tell the guy you're going to call it on Saturday, hey, here's some double duty for you on Friday. Hope your props are good for 2 days instead of 1. Get some extra honey and tea, you fucking ass. Hell, you don't even need to do the commentary, but whatever. I was on about the Miami game. It's on Apple TV. Either way. So, no, I didn't scam shit. Free views, though. 3.2K. Not as big of a train wreck than Real Madrid. Well, Toronto is a train wreck. Either way, call the pirate. Call the pirate. Call the pirate. Good day, Dillon. It's just popped up now. Here we are. Point is, where was I before thoughts on Jean-Marie Nolan and next pro use? Jean-Marie Nolan looked pretty good on Tuesday, and I think he's a solid player. The sad part is I don't know if people want to see him play after the fact he was part of the shit show of losing to frickin' Ottawa. I think he was good, though. Out of the young players that got their debuts or one of their biggest appearances against Ottawa, Jean-Marie looked the best, I think. Chisholm, he's okay. But I'd say Nolan looked the best of them all. Not sure I've been really looking forward to this one. I'm not, because if Robin Fraser wins, he keeps his job. If he loses, well, we just lost to Miami. But I don't know. I think I'd rather us lose at this point. No, Micah Chisholm, the footballer. With that being said, yeah, no, I think if you want Fraser gone, you want Toronto to lose his game. Because if they don't, he's keeping his job. Draws 50-50. But if Robin Fraser beats Miami, people are just going to hand wave away the Ottawa thing, or at least the decision makers will. You want things to actually be fixed, you honestly probably want him to lose this game, because then maybe he'll lose his job, especially embarrassingly. If they lose like 4-0 to a shitty Miami, because I think we all can agree, even Keith Pelly probably knows that this Miami is shitty. They just got embarrassed by Orlando City in their last match. If Robin Fraser loses 3-4-0, maybe 5, he's cooked. He's cooked. If they lose, he might be cooked. If they draw, I don't know. My management's looking past more than just that, sadly. My points being this. They're already... Here's what I saw that pisses me off more than anything. Toronto FC are selling Messi Argentina kits at the club shop in the stadium today. And the half-and-half scarves. I think this game matters. I think this game today means more to them than the Can Champ. Whether I agree with that, which I don't, they care more about this Miami game. If we get embarrassed, he might be skunked. He might be cooked. If we lose this game, we might be cooked, especially after the Ottawa game. We lose this embarrassingly, there ain't no coming back from that. You ain't selling Messi freaking Argentina jerseys at your own club shop and a half-and-half scarf. And if we get embarrassed after the Ottawa game, I think that adds on to it. But if we get embarrassed, he's cooked. They're not going to stand for that. And they'll be like, yeah, Ottawa meant something too, but it was really the Miami game. But either way, he's dumb. Just wait till everybody's healthy. Luckily, the rest of the AL's garbage. Either way, injuries have been a problem for far too long. I agree with that. Thank you. With that being said, start 11s are as follows. For Toronto FC, Luka Gavrin. The back five, Malik Henry, Kobe Franklin, Walker Zimmerman, Zane Monlouis, Raheem Edwards. Midfield three of Marcus Zimmermancic, Jonathan Osorio, Alonso Coelho, DeAndre Kerr, and Daniel Shallowy up top. Well, Shallowy better put in a good shift because he didn't even play at all on Tuesday. Start 11 for Miami, Dane St. Clair. The back four, Facundo Mora, Gonzalo Lujan, Mikhail, Noah Allen. The midfield three of Rodrigo de Paul, Yannick Bright, Talasco Segovia. The front three of Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and Herman Berterame. How we doing, Captain Falcon? Messi to score a brace. Anything less will be incredible. I know what you were referencing. I'm a Sammy fan anyway. Why would you be doing that? I guess nobody watches WWE here. It doesn't even go with a beat. That's why I didn't say anything. And I'm not a Trick. I mean, I like Trick, but I hate that he had to beat Sammy. Starting 11, Luka Gavrin, Raheem Edwards, Monlouis, Zimmerman, Franklin, Osorio, Zimmermancic, Coelho. Oh, it's a front three. Okay. Shallowy, Kerr, Henry. I'm normally a Trick fan, but not when he's against Sammy. No. Oh, John Marie Nolan's on the bench. Lovely. probably won't play, but what do I know? Either way. Starting 11, Dane St. Clair, Allen, McHale, Lujan, Mora. Toronto's last home game, Segovia, Bright, DePaul, Bertarame, Suarez, Messi. Oh yeah, by the way, this is Toronto's last home match until mid-August. And the reason it's till mid-August is because we did not we still would have been away for that first leg of the quarterfinal had we beat Ottawa. So no. Even then, even if we did advance, we still wouldn't have a home game till mid-August. Thanks, World Cup. Well, either way. We have 2 away games before the World Cup starts. Hold on. I know we have an away game next weekend. Yeah, 16 and 23rd. And then we're off till August. So then 4 away games in August. All MLS, of course. All MLS, of course. Would have been 5, but, you know. They had to lose to fucking Ottawa. No, I'm not over it. No. No. I'm actually probably going to be more pissed if Toronto win today. Probably. Oh, you're a bad fan. Shut the fuck up. I'm not. Being a bad fan is wanting this team to beat Miami. Being a bad fan. Yes, I love. See, wanting them to beat Miami is being a bad fan, sort of. I'm like, if they win, sure, good for you. You know, I'm happy, but that's only like happiness for a day. You know, it's probably better if they lose this game because maybe then Fraser will get fired, and it's probably better if they lose this game by 3, 4, 5. Because do I think they care about the Ottawa game, at least MLSE? No. When you're selling Messi kits, Argentina kits in your club shop, that tells me what you care more about. Miami, the money for Miami fans. And the eyes that this game's going to get. The world's watching this one. We get embarrassed. He might get fired. We lose. A little bit less likely, but he still might get fired with an Ottawa thing added into it. Well, that's not what I'm going for because, I mean, if we got the first overall pick, are we even going to keep him for longer than 2 years? I mean, we got the first overall pick, Tyrese Spicer. Did we even keep him for 2 years? No. Ugh. Yeah, that TFC Legends, Brazil Legends are getting a lot of dislikes now. 15 likes, 11 dislikes. Damn, bro. Yeah, because we couldn't find it either way. What's the point? Either way. I don't know. Getting ready for this game to start. Thank God Mihailovic and Corbianu are expected fairly soon. Exactly. So how are we going to get the first overall pick? Speaking of, I don't exactly think with Mihailovic and Corbianu, and Fraser's not going to sit them to just get the first overall pick, because that means he will get turfed. Once they're back, they're playing, which means we're going to get results, which means by hook or by crook, which means we're not getting the first overall pick. So, watching this stream, so I don't pay TFC directly. I'm not watching Apple TV. Oh, yeah, you can't even watch it for a... He should have got fired on Tuesday. Call the Pirate. You want HMCS piss the league back? Call the Pirate. Is that the campaign slogan now, or should we just leave it to the 3 words? Either way. Yeah. For a greater Toronto, maybe? For a greater Toronto FC? I don't give a shit, man. Akash is a simp, but he got... Bro getting done dirty, but I really don't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit, really. Ain't my problem. Win probability, 52% for Miami, 25% for Toronto, of course. Can we pump up those numbers a little bit? Either way. Victor Rivas, the center ref. Filip Dujic is the 4th referee, 4th official. Gamble, the assistant VAR referee. Here we go. Toronto wearing red. Miami wearing pink. Let's have some fun. He's wrong. He's an idiot. He's better than everyone in the Blue Jays batting order except for Vladdy Jr. Let me look at the Blue Jays batting order and say who's better than Jazz, or who's yeah. George Springer, better than Jazz. Barger, better than Jazz. Vladdy, at least he knows he's worse than Vladdy. Okamoto's better. Jesus Sanchez, Jesus is better. Varsho. You know, I'll give Jazz. Yeah, Jazz is better than Varsho. Sure. Ernie Clement. Ernie's better. Andres Jimenez. Andres Jimenez is better than Jazz. October Jimenez is better. The rest, probably Jazz. Valenzuela, okay, we'll give you Jazz. That's 2.5 out of 9. Hell, Trey Savage could probably hit better than Jazz Chisholm. But we won't even go there because this ain't the NL and this ain't early before 2021. How we doing, Angus? So 2.5 Blue Jays batters are worse than Jazz Chisholm. 2.5. And we're off. What a dumbass. Even this slumping Jays team, 2.5. Playing forward. DFC on the ball. Let's see if the players down tools. If they know what's good for them, they will. Let's see if the TFC players down tools and get Fraser fired. If they know what's good for them, they will. Red versus pink. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they let that happen. I'm surprised they kind of let the red versus pink happen. But either way, playing forward. Shallowy clears it away. Yeah, he's got swag, but confidence, I think he's cocky. There's confidence and there's cockiness. There's a fine line, and I think Jazz Chisholm falls into cockiness. How's that torpedo bat working out for you? Yeah, he's got swag, but he's certainly falling into cockiness more than confidence. Broad talks like he's freaking, I don't know, Alex Rodriguez? Barry Bonds? No, you ain't. You ain't bad for any. You ain't bad. You're in the major leagues and you're playing for the Yankees. You ain't bad. You ain't Alex Rodriguez, though. Stop talking like you're Albert Pujols. Stop talking like you're freaking Aaron Judge. Stop talking like you're Giancarlo Stanton. Stop talking like you're Barry Bonds. Stop talking like you're anybody like that. Cocky. Stop talking like you're Shohei Ohtani. Stop talking like you're Vladdy. Or Edwin Encarnacion. Or Jose Bautista. Or whatever. 3 minutes in. Over the top. Toronto hasn't allowed a goal yet. 3 minutes in. A little bit shacked. Playing forward. Back to Gavrin. So. Playing forward. Shallowy. Oh! That almost panned out. Free kick for Miami. Simmermancic fouls DePaul. Messi's bodyguard on the field. I don't know if I'll... Oh, that would be the worst. If Toronto won like 3-0, 3-1, I'd live with it. If we won 3-2 in the last minute, I would just no. If we're gonna win, I want this team to shock me. Like, I want this team to beat Miami's ass. Show me that you deserve to win a game. Show me that whatever happened on Tuesday was just a very embarrassing but a really bad day. Show me a response. Show me a response. If you're going to win, show me a response. 3-0, 3-1. Beat the fuck out of this Miami team. Because it's possible. They're not unbeatable. Dane St. Clair kicks it away. Let's not do some 3-2 shit. How we doing, Adam? How we doing? Let's not do some 3-2 in the last minute shit. Reverse. A reverse, whatever it's called. Tobias time. Let's not do some reverse Tobias time. Playing forward. Ooh. Right after the loss to Ottawa, the TFC coach told the team he hopes they're embarrassed enough to win against Miami. He took himself out of the blame. Oh, yeah, no, that's what pissed me off even more. Dude. No, when I read that quote, I think I said it in the video, but maybe I didn't. When I read that quote, I'm like, motherfucker, you're not playing half the players that played tonight on Saturday. What do you mean embarrassed enough to win against Miami? No, this is on you, but Chisholm is going to barely, if he plays, he's barely going to play. John Marie Nolan on the bench, but he ain't starting. I don't think he'll play because there's players ahead of him on the bench. Simermancic is playing, yes. The bulk of the guys, at least the youth, you ain't playing them. Why are you saying embarrassed enough to win against Miami? Shallowy didn't even play on Tuesday. How embarrassed is he? He was on the bench, but how embarrassed was he? He can't be embarrassed. He had nothing to do with it. DeAndre came off before the shit show really started. Coelho or Oso came off right before the shit show really started. So you're telling me, dude, they don't play. How can they be embarrassed? Other TFC home game of the season. Yeah, Fraser threw his players under the bus like 3 times. Shot saved by Dane St. Clair. Like, Robin Fraser on Tuesday night threw his players under the bus like 3 times. Like, he threw them under the bus like 3 times. The starting 11 he put out, the subs he made, we'll take that as 1. Letting the youth players stand in front of the south end and take the shit while he just ducked down the tunnel. And then he said, I hope you're embarrassed enough to beat Miami. Buddy, you have something to do with it. How about you show how embarrassed you are since you're still here and didn't get turfed? But no, you'll throw the players under the bus first. Fucking loser. Speaking of Inter Milan, they're winning their warm-up match against Lazio before the final Coppa Italia on Wednesday. Scudetto campione. Campioni di Scudetto. Inter Milan. They could win a double either way. It's like, you lose the fans, you ain't gonna win them back. Doing Coppa Italia final? No, I'm not. I am doing Montreal versus Portland on Wednesday, though. Because Portland Timbers versus the Impact on Wednesday. Hey, we ain't playing on Wednesday, but I saw Portland was playing CF Montreal on Wednesday. I'm like, you know what? That's a good hate watch. Let's do some on Wednesday when there's barely anything to do. I'm like, yeah, that's a good hate watch. Let's root for Portland while watching Montreal or hating on Montreal. That works for me. Soft spot for Portland and fuck Montreal. That works for me. So, yeah, we are live on Wednesday. Or at least the Impact. But playing forward. Yeah, because that's this upcoming Wednesday, I think. Yeah, shot. Wide. We actually ain't playing half bad. 10 minutes in, 0-0, which is kind of a bad thing. But either way. What do I know? Either way. Ten minutes in, 0-0. I say fuck Montreal like that. Because fuck Montreal. That's Tic Tac Tabernacle. Who the fuck's the Impact? You ain't new here. You should know. Playing forward. Yeah. 11 minutes in. Wow. Add it to the pile. Playing forward. Shot by Simmermanchich. Wide. At least he tried. Well, I mean, I hate Montreal, CF Montreal, way more than I do the Yankees. I only say fuck the Yankees when I need to. So that's when the Blue Jays play them. Pretty much. It ain't the same type of hatred. Like, I hate the Yankees, but it ain't the same type of hatred like I hate Ole Miss or CF Montreal. That's a different type of hatred. Hell, I don't even think I hate the Yankees to the point I hate the Bruins or the Florida Panthers. Like, it's still, it ain't there. It ain't there. Like, that's more of like, everybody gets that, you know? Like, everybody who isn't a Yankees fan hates the Yankees. Especially if you're in their division. Like, that's not like special, or that's not like violent hatred. That's more like, fuck them, but shot over the bar. You know what I mean? It's not like how I hate CF Montreal or Ole Miss or even the Boston Bruins or the Florida Panthers. It's like, it's like a strong dislike compared to how I hate Montreal. Hating the Yankees is like a strong dislike. How we doing, Hans? You don't know how things work in Canada. The club's full of executives who don't know how to run a football club. They're doing it by trial and error. Robin Fraser isn't going anywhere. You're not wrong. Keith Pelly doesn't know his own head from his own ass. But he did fire Brad Treliving, so... And he did hire Matt Sundin, so maybe I'm giving him a little bit more credit than he's deserving of. Herdman walked away. I don't think... No, he wasn't here when they fired Bob Bradley. He did fire Bill Manning, though. That's because MLSE didn't want presidents, but he did fire Bill Manning. So, again, I'm giving him the credit he may not deserve. He might fire Fraser. For some other jackass who ain't worth it, maybe. Pink. They only know hockey. Playing forward. 14 minutes in. But I'll give him his credit. Does MLSE hire Seba for a similar role to Matt's for TFC? I guess I would say they probably did. Yeah. I think, yeah, Seba is sort of similar maybe not exactly title-wise, but I would say MLSE hired Seba in a similar vein to Matt Sundin to be in the front office and be an advisor and be part of the decision-making group. I would say, yeah, before Matt's even had. I'm sure they probably got the idea for Matt Sundin from Seba Giovinco because Seba got the job first. And then they actually gave it a title for Matt's. But two guys who love Toronto, who want to be in Toronto, who are Toronto legends for their respective sports, and now in the front office, yeah, I think they're very similar. Headed away by Miami. I think maybe they got the idea for Matt's and gave it a title because of Seba. So Matt's has a job. If you want to go there, weirdly because of Seba Giovinco. Like, if they didn't hire Seba the way they did for TFC, who's to say Matt's has a job in the Leafs front office? I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. If you think about it, it makes sense. The Raptors aren't shitty enough to hire a former player in the front office. Well, I don't know if Vince Carter wants to be in the front office. Kyle Lowry might, though. If they hire, just wait. If the Raptors hire Kyle Lowry after he retires, then, yeah, they definitely got the idea from Seba. Being the first one of those three to be hired for the legend in the front office. Thoughts on Kyle Field hosting Argentina? That makes no sense to me. Why the fuck is Argentina playing in College Station, Texas? That shit don't make sense to me. Oh! Free kick the other way. Gavrin just got absolutely heat-seeking missiled by Miami. By Bertarame. What the hell? That's dirty. That was dirty. Well, Yarborough might play. Shit. Bertarame just knocked Gavrin out of the air, made him drop the ball. Caught and ran into his legs. Bertarame ran into Gavrin's legs as he was jumping and just made him drop the ball. I'm still doing the FA Cup final, yes. I'm doing the FA Cup final next Saturday morning. And then TFC plays at 6 o'clock on the road. So, yeah, I'm doing both. So one in the morning and one at night. Because Toronto finally plays in the evening for the first time in God knows how long. On the weekend, I should say. Of course, they had the midweek games in the evening, the Can Champ and the Philly game. And, of course, that one midweek game where Canada played at BMO was in the evening no matter what. But the rain delay pushed it even later. But every game at BMO on the weekend has been at 12. 12-1. 1 Eastern. And they can't make me hate Sami Zayn. Besides, why the fuck is there a gingerbread man? He got what was coming to him. What the fuck is he doing there? He got what was coming to him. Sammy did exactly what anybody in their right mind would do. What the fuck is a gingerbread man doing in WWE? Take your ass back to Drury Lane. Hopefully they bury you in 6 feet of frosting. What the fuck were you doing there? Besides, he came back from the dead anyway. I don't want to deal with that shit. They can't make me hate Sammy. Fuck that. They can't make me hate him. I don't care. They could never make me hate Sami Zayn. Never. Never. Are there any World Cup festivities in your area? I think there's a fan fest in St. Louis. I don't know. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Shot, blocked away, cleared away. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Where's Johnny Cochran when you need him? Sami Zayn is not guilty. Where is Johnny Cochran when you need him? Where is Rob Kardashian when you need him? If the glove don't fit, now that don't make sense. Now that don't make sense. If the glove don't fit, where's Johnny Cochran when you need him? Where's OJ's defense team when you need him? When you need him. Ball crossed in. Where's Al Cowlings when you need him? Where's Kato Kalin when you need him? Honestly, same, and I don't even drink. Looky here. Saved. Baba Booey. I see Baba Booey, and he looks scared. I see Baba Booey, and he looks scared. I see the gingerbread man, and he looks scared. And a Baba Booey to you. Well, OJ's one of the two reasons why she's famous. Because OJ had her father, her actual father, not her stepfather. Well, I'm not going to dig that hole any deeper. Well, I guess, no, didn't they get divorced after the transition? So would that be her stepmother? No? I don't know. Either. I don't know how this shit works. Her actual father represented OJ in the trial. The other reason, that had nothing, the first reason had nothing to do with her. The second reason, let's just say, 2 words, Ray J. Over the top. Header. Where's the Bronco dealership when you need it? There you go with that too, yeah. Where's a Bronco dealership when you need it? I know they brought back the Ford Bronco. They actually brought it back. Playing Ford. I mean, yeah, it is, but is it a cocky song? Yes. Is it actually a banger? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Low key, it's actually a banger, though. Man, I'm going to piss somebody off with that one. Shit. Playing forward. Shot wide. One of those things is going to piss somebody off. I don't know which. Is the song cocky? Yeah, but it's a banger. .5 minute. Free kick. I can't believe we're not losing yet. Back on topic. I can't believe we're not losing yet. 0-0. Oh. Really? We're going to have a poly-market ad board? What the hell is wrong with MLS, man? Didn't somebody get banned from MLS for being a gambler? Ballcross did, or am I missing? Or was that something else? I don't know. Yes, because I think they're garbage this year. I think it's funny. They went absolutely big game hunting in the offseason, and that made them worse. Berterame has not performed at all, to the point where Luis Suarez is starting again and actually looking pretty good. It wouldn't shock me if Miami went trophyless. Are they even in the Leagues Cup? Either or. They didn't win CONCACAF. They very much disappointed there, which is probably one of the main reasons why there isn't an MLS team in the final. But then again, would they have beaten Tigres either? I'm not sure. Either way, and had they made it that far, would they have not fired Mascherano yet? Either way, MLS Cup, that's going to be tough. Will they make the playoffs? Yeah, I'm sure of it. Do I think they're going to have an embarrassment in the playoffs? Yeah. Do I think there are teams in the West that would absolutely murder Miami if they somehow made the MLS Cup final? For sure. They're not in the Open Cup because they're not. Leagues Cup, I don't even know if they're in it. They probably are, but what about LAFC? LAFC should. I think LAFC, I think MLS Cup, I think they're one of the favorites. I could see them not winning it, but I think LAFC has a better chance of winning a trophy than Miami. If you ask me, I think LAFC has a better chance. San Jose have been good so far. I agree. Simermancic has looked solid this half. I agree. He's been looking good. Like, here's the thing with San Jose. Like, it's like the Revs in 2021. I've seen this movie before. Bruce Arena's a good manager. I've seen this movie before. San Jose is a very good team right now. But will they perform in the playoffs? It seems to me like the same script that was the 2021 Revs. Amazing in the regular season. Playoff-wise, we'll see. Shot wide by Messi on the free kick. I feel like I've seen this movie before. Like, yeah, no, San Jose is amazing right now, for sure. And I'm very shocked. And they're playing very well. Like, it's not totally fraudulent, but then again, we said the same things about New England in 2021. In the regular season, maybe people expected a little bit more. I think the extended playoffs helped, and the fact they made the conference final, I think, helped. But because if you remember, the 2020 Revs shocked the Union, and they won a play-in game. They won a wild card game. They shocked the Union, and they did beat Nashville. I think they made the conference final. And I don't think they got blown out either. Yes, San Jose didn't make the playoffs last. Wait. Playing forward. No, I don't. Hold on. Now I gotta check. Maybe they were a wild card team. Maybe. 2025. Oh, there we go. Boom. Okay. 2025. In the West, San Jose was just barely out of the playoffs. They were just barely out of the playoffs. They were in that wild card-like spot in 2025 with Bruce Arena as the manager. Yeah, they were. I think they just missed out on like a tiebreaker, the wild card. Yeah. I knew they were close. While Toronto is dominating Miami. So they go from a wild card level squad the year before to top of the table in their conference, both the 21 Revs and the current Earthquakes. Let's see if they do it in the playoffs, though. I mean, we're not even fully through the season, but it's kind of a similar allegory. If you kind of look at it, it's kind of the same story so far. Let's see if it pans out. Maybe they don't even keep first. Ball crossed in. I think it's harder because they're in the West, but the Galaxy have no hope. No. I hope they don't sack Vanek yet, though, because I do not want. No, Vanek isn't the answer. No. Oh, damn. Bobby Cox, former Braves manager, just died. Former Blue Jays manager as well. Damn. He lived a long life. Caps off to the legend. Hat tip. Bobby Cox, legend. Former Blue Jay, got them to the ALCS. Messi, offside. Braves World Series champion. He got to see them win in 21. Rest in peace, Bobby. Rest in peace. As a Braves and Jays fan at the same time. Rest in peace, Bobby. May you enjoy the spoils of heaven. Damn, man. That one hurts. I won't lie, that one hurts. Man. That one hurts. Braves posted 7 minutes ago about it. Man, that one hurts. He lived a long life. That's the positive. Going to the Jay-Z concert at Cardinal Stadium? No. I'm not a fan of Jay-Z at all. Wow. Bro, no. He's playing at Busch. I can't believe it. No, hell no. Only a couple of days after Ted Turner passed away. Yep, and I think Ted Turner, when the Braves won the World Series, Ted still owned the Braves. Damn. Crazy. Playing forward. Crazy. Ball crossed in. See if the Toronto Blue Jays post about Bobby knowing he got him to an ALCS. Let's not forget about that. Bobby Cox, he ain't a Blue Jays legend to the level that he's a Braves legend, but he is a Blue Jays legend. He is a Toronto Blue Jays. He is a Toronto Blue Jays legend. He did get him to an ALCS in 85. Playing forward. TFC have actually played well in the first half, I have to agree. Playing forward, Henry. Osorio. Oh, man, that ball bounced too far. Lord. Playing forward. Let's see what's going on in the Prem or the Man City game. 0-0 in the 60th minute against Brentford. Wow. I can't believe it, man. 30 minutes to go. And Man City just scored. Why does this keep happening? I swear to God, every time I check a Man City game and I say their result, they go and score a couple, if not a minute or two later, seconds later. Jeremy Doku just scored. Are you fucking kidding me? Damn. They just scored. As soon as I talk about their result, boom, Jeremy Doku just boom right there. Scored. 1-0, Man City. Open play goal as well. Fuck. It's like the FA Cup final. The FA Cup final, I said Man City was down to Southampton. Sunderland's in the Prem now. Southampton. I always get them mixed up. Oh, they might be. Oh, they're in the same league next year. Well, not yet. They could be in the same league next year. Doku figures. Like. And then they tied the game. As soon as I checked it, they tied the game. It was like, oh, Southampton. Southampton. Shot! Wide. Southampton. They were up, and then they choked it as soon as I checked the score. I feel like that one was my fault either way. Or was it tied? So, Man City will be 2 points behind Arsenal. With Arsenal to play tomorrow against West Ham, playing forward. And then Tottenham play on Monday. Ball crossed in. So Arsenal can't drop points. Well, if they do, they'll be 3 points ahead. But either way. Shallowy. Henry. Cross in. Goes down the box. That'll be cleared away. Be confident for Chelsea against Man City in the final. Weirdly enough, yes. Like, I'm confident for some reason. I believe Chelsea could beat City. Let's not forget, Callum McFarlane drew City at the Etihad when he was the interim boss before they hired Rosenior. You know what? I mean, I'm confident. Weirdly, I'm confident. Like, no matter, when Chelsea are garbage, they always find a way to win a trophy. They always find a way to put a bow on their season on a shit sandwich. They always find a way. I'm weirdly confident that Chelsea will still do their voodoo magic and win the FA Cup. They'll win their first FA Cup final in 4 tries. I have a weird feeling they're going to do it. I'm actually weirdly confident. I know they tied Liverpool 1-1 as well, but Liverpool this year compared to City are 2 different things. I'm looking at the common result that matters here with the manager that is the current manager. Callum McFarlane drew City. He did. 1-1. So he knows how to play Pep, and I would say it's probably easier to play City at Wembley than the Etihad. So, you know, I mean, I would live with it for a certain, like, if that's the answer. Playing forward. No, it was at the Etihad, yes. Yep, it was at the Etihad, yep. Hey, but 2 draws. One at Liverpool, one at Man City. '40th minute. You know, I mean, it's definitely an interesting City are not looking perfect, even though they're doing the job against Brentford, but anything could happen on Saturday. I mean, anything could happen is Chelsea's motto, especially in cup finals. I'll never. Let me tell you something about Chelsea in cup finals. Toronto FC advantage played. Here they go. Osorio has room to pass, and he played it straight to a Miami player. Jesus Christ. Ay. I've never over the top chipped. You know, offside anyway. I'll never count out Chelsea in a cup final. I'll never do that. Celta Vigo against Atletico Madrid 0-1 at the Metropolitano. Toronto's never beaten Miami. Hey. No. They have. I know you forgot it because it was in the bubble. But Toronto beat Miami the second to last week of the 2020 season at Rentschler Field. I know you forgot about it because it was in the bubble. But I'll never. Pozuelo with a penalty that gave us the win. We beat Miami. We beat Miami at Rentschler Field. Can't forget that. 2-1. I mean, if Man City's wearing it, yeah. Baby blue is a beautiful color, but not when Man City's wearing it. When the Blue Jays are wearing it, though, beautiful color. "42 minutes. Find out and beat Miami in the last 5 years." Okay, well, we'll agree on that one. I think, they only have one win against Miami and maybe a couple of draws. Maybe. Even before Messi, we had a bad record against Miami. Wait. Didn't we beat them in early 2023? Or something like that? Hold on. Didn't we beat them in early 2023 in Toronto? Hold on. Now you're going to make me look. Hold on. I know damn well we did. Yeah, we beat them 2-0 in 2023 at home. So we did that as well, actually. I was like, wait, hold on. March 18th, 2023, we beat them at home 2-0 at our house, BMO Field, 2-0. Yeah. March 18th, 2023. Forgot about that one. Messi didn't play in that one. That's probably why. I'm guessing. Let's go, TFC. I'm surprised they ain't losing yet. Free kick, shot, blocked off the wall, 0-0. DePaul! Goal! Off the rebound. Rodrigo DePaul. "43rd minute. You just walked in on a goal. 0-1. I agree. DePaul off the wall, and DePaul takes a shot, and it just gets past Kerr and Simmermanchich. They part the Red Sea, and boom. Into the far post and in. I got to respect that, though, frankly. I want 4 more. I was going to say Toronto better score, win this one, because Miami's going to come back. We were never beating them. Besides, I want Fraser fired anyway, and a Miami win helps. A Miami win over Toronto helps the case of getting Fraser out of the fucking club. So, I'll take it. "44th minute. Brighton beat Wolves 3-0. And it's 1-0, 2 minutes of stoppage time. Playing forward. Miami. In through. Suarez! Suarez! What a clearance by Toronto! Who reviewed Toluca versus LAFC better? We'd be taking a halftime break as well, yes. I mean, I'd like to say I did. Why did the defender foul Messi in the perfect free kick spot? Does he know about the free kick specialist? Well, DePaul scored, so it wasn't Messi. So DePaul scored the rebound, and I think DePaul took the kick itself, didn't he? Either way, it was DePaul who scored. So technically, but no, yeah, you don't foul Miami within like 25 yards, especially at face of goal. That's the stupidest thing you could do. I agree. Even I know that. I'm not the one defending, but even I know that. You don't foul Miami within 25 yards across the face of goal. Even like if it's at the side of the box, you live with it. Shot, save. Malik doesn't get to the rebound. If it's like wide, yeah, but the foul was unnecessary. Jinxing it, are we? No, we're just garbage. We're just garbage. Besides, I think losing may be better for the long-term future of this club than winning. But, you know, preferably embarrassingly, but I'll take what I can get. Header. Brentford Bees won a penalty kick. And it's halftime. 1-0 Miami. 0-1. We'll take a short break at the halftime with the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. We will be back. Toronto down 1-0. Messi's so unselfish. I mean, if there's anybody you trust on this team, it's DePaul. Either way, sit tight, be back. Short break. 0-1 Miami. We're back for the stats, the half. Amen. Yeah. Well, thank you for feeling like I'm more entertaining. Thank you. With that being said, 36% possession to 64% possession, 7 shots to 5, 2 shots on goal to 2, 143 accurate passes to 282, 88%, 2 corners to 0. Where's the offside? That's weird. And I know that's the missing thing. Let's see. 7 shots to 5, 2 shots on goal to 2, 177 passes to 321, 80%, 81% pass accuracy, 88% pass accuracy, 282 accurate passes, 5 throws to 3, 0 offside to 2, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 6 fouls to 6. Oh, they added the fouls to discipline. Okay, I see what they did there. I mean, Toronto wasn't bad in the first half, all things considered. They weren't bad, but overall, they weren't bad. But Miami scored late. Miami was slightly. Thoughts on COVID 2.0 incoming? It's called the hantavirus. Here's the thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be as bad as COVID. The good thing about it is it the good news about that virus is that it has a higher fatality rate, which means it's harder to spread. Yes, the strain that's moving around is the Andes virus that is human-to-human transmissible. But the good news is the higher the fatality rate, the harder for the virus to spread, unless it mutates for a lower fatality rate but a higher spread rate. The RO rate, from what I can tell from the hantavirus, is abysmal compared to COVID. I don't think it's more like Ebola. Like, as far as I can tell, I'm more worried about another bird flu. Like, what I'm worried about is the bird flu shit being a pandemic. That would be more like COVID. I think hantavirus is more Ebola. Like, hantavirus will be in the news for a while. But 4 or 5 months from now, it's more controllable, yes. I guarantee you, 4 or 5 months from now, we're all going to forget what the hell it was, just like Ebola. Like, remember when Ebola was, like, crazy for, like, 3 months there in, like, 2017? Like, Obama was still in office. 17, 18, 16, somewhere in there. Like, for 3 months, we were like, oh, no, Ebola. And then people just forgot about it, like, 3 months later, and nobody said another word. That's probably what this is going to be. Now, if I'm wrong, so be it. But I'm not a doctor. It's just, from what I can tell, I think there's a lot of people on TikTok and other media platforms trying to fearmonger because of COVID. Ebola was 2015. Damn, time flies. Shit. So it was still Obama's second term, though, which I was right about that. Either way. For me, I feel like there's a lot of fear mongering because of COVID, that people are afraid of any bug that sort of gets a little outbreak. And then people talk about it. Even that bird flu a couple of years ago, people, how we doing? Cavs fan. Hong Kong's new tourism phrases will take your breath away. The bird flu reached their shores a couple of weeks later. Damn. That's on the nose. Either way. But that's just my look at it. I think hantavirus is more Ebola than COVID. Of like how this is going to play out. Now, I might be wrong. I'm not a doctor, but the things that I'm hearing, I wouldn't panic yet. Don't go to the store and buy 36 rolls of toilet paper or more. like 10 packs of toilet paper, you know. Don't do that yet. I'm not saying you should do that even if you are panicking, but at least I can understand if it becomes like COVID. Yeah, I probably should. But either way, understandable. Like, I don't even see hantavirus being a swine flu. Like, swine flu was much more of a oh shit compared to Ebola. Like, swine flu was never COVID, but I remember I was in elementary school. Like, I was in, like, what, grade 3, 2009, when swine flu was hitting. Buy 10 cases of Jack Daniels instead. That's not a bad idea either. I'll buy, like, 10 McLaren cases of Jack Daniels. I like that idea. Make some, like, Jack and Cokes, but with, like, the McLaren Jack Daniels. Because I'll buy anything with the McLaren logo on it. Just like I'll buy the golf clubs if I ever play golf. The McLaren golf clubs. Because, hold on. Hold on. Second half about to start. Let's see. Because, boom. Actually, I'll get closer. Because, boom. Watch my Formula 1 content. It's pretty good, too. Either way. There you go. But, like, I was in, like, swine flu. I was, like, in grade 3. Like, people were talking crazy about swine flu. Fun. Like, people were talking crazy about the swine flu, and it never seemed to, at least where I was, really materialize. People were like, but we're going to use a lot more hand sanitizer, and here's how you wash your hands, and shit like that. Like, that's why COVID was so, like, I mean, I was out of school, of course, but swine flu was why COVID was so weird to me. You know, I mean, it started off kind of like how swine flu started off. Like, people were like, oh no, this isn't good. Be worried about this. And then it actually became a pandemic. Like, swine flu was more, from where I was looking, maybe I wasn't, even then, it still wasn't COVID, you know? But I remember the panic about that one, too. But we still went to school every day. We didn't get the freaking virtual learning or got out of school. We still went to school every day. That, I was like, so it was a nothing burger? And we're back at the half. So it was always kind of like, so swine flu was a nothing burger then? If we still went to school every day, like nothing was different, I guess. And I never saw any of my friends get it. Because I'll guarantee you one thing, and teachers. Here's the funny story. I started school. I started in the first grade. Then I got pulled back to kindergarten because some reading thing. I tried to start a year later, I think. And they were like, nah. Because I thought I was a genius. Playing forward. Shot! Wide. So, like, I tried to start a year later, I think, than everybody. And I was born in January anyway. So I tried to start in first grade. Because I should have been in the class of 2018 with my age. I thought I was a genius. I mean, I started reading at the age of 2.5. So I think weirdly enough, I think me and my parents all thought kindergarten wasn't needed. They thought I was a Mensa member genius. So I should have been in the class of 2018, but I started a year later, I guess, and then pulled back into kindergarten, which put me into grade 3. So because of some reading thing, like, I don't know. I don't exactly remember the like, it wasn't like I was, they thought I was behind, not in like idiot, but like I needed to know the basics to be in. Yeah, so I thought I was ahead. I wasn't really ahead, but I wasn't dumb. I don't know how to put it. Either way, time to start Gomes maybe when he's healthy. Point is, I could have been in the class of 2018. I probably should have been in the class of 2018 where I was born, but because I was cocky and thought I was a genius, it put me in the class of 2019, graduating high school. So, and my parents agreed. So he's on the bench. Oh, yeah, I might as well start him then. Either way, why does BMO feel packed? Because they're playing Miami. Probably. There's probably more pink than red. Who are we kidding? Exactly. Monlouis's been horrible lately. Yeah, I agree. He was bad in the Can Champ game, Lamel. Yeah, so you were in 4th. You were 28. I'm 20. You're 28. I'm 26. So what's weird about me graduating, being a grade behind you if you're 20 or was a grade behind you? Technically, shouldn't that be the case? Technically, shouldn't that be the case? So are you? Either way. Hell, that's damn. Where'd you go to high school? You know, the St. Louis thing. Where'd you go to high school? He'll get it. He'll get it. He'll get it. He'll get it. He knows what I'm. He knows. He knows. He knows. Either way. Almon Louise give the ball away for a free goal. FanDuel's best employee. I didn't say no. I said thought. Honestly, I don't know what we were thinking. Would have gone to Ladue. I know what you mean. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Playing forward. Boom. Boom. Go forward. Playing forward. Boom. Ooh. Went to a boarding school in Sweetwater, Tennessee. Oh, okay. Only question I have is that more like Memphis, Nashville, or Knoxville? Like, is it? The way I look at Tennessee, I look at it 3 different parts. Like, you got the Memphis side of the state, you got the Nashville, Middle Tennessee, and then you got Sevierville, Knoxville, the Appalachians, the Smokies. So I kind of put it into 3s. You got Eastern Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, Smokies. So what are we talking? More Memphis, more Nashville, more Knoxville. What are we talking? It's halfway between Knoxville and Chattanooga. Okay, Smokies. Okay, got it. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay. Because, I mean, I've been to all... It makes sense to me because I've been to all three. I've been to Memphis or Western Tennessee. Damn it. Playing for Eastern Tennessee. No, my bad. I only got like 2 hours of sleep. I didn't sleep much. Or good sleep, I should say. Maybe about 4 overall, but it didn't. Either way. I'm taking a nap after I get the video done. Either way. 1-0 Miami. Either way. But, I mean, I've been to all three. I've been to Memphis. I've been to Nashville. I've been to Sevierville. Knoxville. Gatlinburg. It's all kind of the same. Either way. It's all different. They all feel different. I've been to Memphis more than the other two, but City 3-0, damn. 3 goals in 30 minutes, damn it. Either way, playing forward. Ball crossed in, cleared away by Miami. If we're going to lose, can we lose like 3 or 4-0? That'd be nice. Either way. Memphis seems more, it's a city, but it kind of seems more, how do I put it, industrial, if we could put it like that. Nashville seems more opulent of a city, and then I love Sevierville. I love Knoxville. I love the Smokies. It feels like it's down home, and I love it. I love it. Like, I would love to go back to Sevierville / Knoxville / Gatlinburg. If I had a vacation home there, a vacation cabin there, I'd be so happy. Or just once every so often. I love Gatlinburg, Sevierville, Knoxville. I love that area. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's amazing. I've been to Memphis to see music. It has one of the best record stores I can think of. I think I've been to that record store. I think I have. Sadly enough, I don't have a record player, which I should. I need to buy one. But I think I've been to that record store. I feel like maybe we went there while we were in Memphis for that short little amount of time on our way back home in 22 from Mississippi. I think we went to that store. I didn't buy anything. Trust me, I do need to buy a damn record player. That'd be nice. And probably a VHS and a Betamax as well. Go full oddity archive, you know. Except don't have, like, the box in front of my face. Like, go full oddity archive. I mean, I have a lot of the old game systems. Miami, shot, goal! Suarez, 2-0 for Miami. Goner Records. I think I've been there. I think. And it's 2-0 Miami. Luis Suarez. One of our players was just down. I don't know what the hell. Another one giving up. Good. Took advantage of a player down. Well, what do you think Miami was going to do? They're dirty. 2-0. Good news for the Call to Pirate Football Manager Action Committee. The FMAC instead of a PAC. Would you take Arteta at TFC? No. No, I would not. Besides, why would he come here? Besides, why would he come here? Besides, why would he 2-0. Why? 56th minute for Suarez. Feels like that was way offside, but either way, just let him have it. Feels like the damn time I wanted to see them go 7-1 or lose 7-1 to DC. And Fraser's complaining to Dujic. Like, just let him have it. I don't care. Nashville is the largest record press plant in the world, called Third Man Records, owned by Jack White. White Stripes? Or Seven Nation Army. It's White Stripes, right? I'm not talking out of my ass, right? And Raheem Edwards is down. Seven Nation Army. Oh, Seba Javinko. Whatever. The White Stripes, yep. That's so damn cheap, man. Walk the plank, Fraser. Call the pirate. Yep, thought so. Yeah, have your fun. Well, shit, you're playing Orlando. You might actually win. Fuck. You might win that one, too. Hey, at least you still be under us. Mind the gap. Yeah, you might have moved on the can shape, but still be under us in the table. Mind the gap, even if we lose. Mind the gap. I hope Portland destroys you on Wednesday. We'll be watching that one. Don't worry. Wednesday, Montreal, Portland. We'll be watching that one. The classic hate watch. Portland versus Montreal. Rose City, baby. Let's go, Timbers. You're just going to use the circumstances as a crutch anyway, though. But maybe if we lose to Miami like 3 or 4-0, maybe MLSE would be like, you know what, maybe we should fire him. Because, I mean, you know exactly what they were looking for. Think about this. Again, they're selling Messi Argentina jerseys at the club shop at BMO today. And the half-and-half scarves. They don't want to get embarrassed by Miami. They don't care if they lose to Ottawa, but if they get embarrassed by Miami, maybe he'll get fired. I mean, well, I didn't say it was. I'm just saying, this should be his Waterloo. Let's. Playing forward. Henry. Saved. TFC doing TFC things. You're not wrong. What? No, that's crazy. FIFA president Gianni Infantino says he'll bring a hot dog and a Coke to anyone who buys a $2 million FIFA World Cup final ticket. That better be a really good hot dog for me to want it for $2 million. That's got to be the best Coke I've ever drank. It better actually have cocaine in it. You want to give me a hot dog and a Coke, another Messi foul for Messi to score. You want to give me a hot dog and a Coke to buy a $2 million World Cup final ticket? That better be the best hot dog I've ever ate in my life, and the Coke actually better have cocaine in it. Like the old days. For me to want a $2 million, for me to be like, you know what? Thank you, Gianni, you fucking shill. Free kick. Yes, kids. Coke used to have cocaine in it. Coca-Cola, mind you, used to have cocaine in it. Look up their history. It actually did. I think, no joke. Now, of course, that was back in like the early 1900s. They stopped doing that in like, I don't know, like what, the 40s or 50s? Miami's honestly one of the sorriest clubs I ever watched. Shot blocked away. Corner for Miami. I heard about that. Gonna sell my house. Get a ticket for World Cup tickets. They're not going to fire him for losing to Messi. Not even surprised we literally got cooked by Atletico Ottawa with a Tabla hat trick. Of course, we're going to lose to Miami. But the injuries. Get the Another referee favored Miami so bad. And Toronto's garbage. It doesn't matter. Anything to fire Fraser quicker is good by me. Call the Pirate. Walked up plank. Like, of course they're going to favor Miami. We just suck. Either way. Would you do it or can you do it? I'd rather be sitting on this couch. I mean, that was Coke Zero back in the that was Coke Zero back in the 1930s. Coke Zero back in the 1930s was without the cocaine, yeah. Then they just made that Coca-Cola Classic. Now Coke Zero is the shitty Coke that nobody wants to drink except people who, I don't know. Is it naturally flavored but 0 calories, or does it still have aspartame? I don't know. Either way, I don't even know the difference between diet and zero. I don't touch that shit. I could never. How we doing, Rory? What do you think that means? Yeah, you'll probably say it again. I guess they weren't embarrassed enough, eh? Except like one guy who played on Tuesday nights playing right now. Yeah, sure. I hope they're embarrassed. Not enough motivation, right? Maybe because you can't motivate a freaking lamppost. Maybe because you can't motivate a lamppost. The fuck are you kidding? 0-2. He couldn't motivate the Ultimate Warrior. Robin Fraser couldn't motivate the Ultimate Warrior. That's how bad he is at motivating people. Emilio Reese's ball and Derek Etienne Jr. Oh my God. Like, I know we're probably cooked. We're taking off. We're putting on Derek Etienne Jr. I hope we allow 3 more. 65th minute. DeAndre Curran, Zimmerman, Chichal for Emilio and Derek Etienne Jr. Robbery. Free kick for Coelho. What other options are on the bench? Honestly, nobody. Miami has one more to score in the 94th minute. More like they'll score one and then they'll score one in the 94th minute. It'll probably be 4-0. Header shot wide, and it's a corner for Toronto. Well, whatever. Corner. 2-0. Ball crossed in. Header. Shot. Saved by Dane St. Clair. Cleared away. 95.2% win probability for Miami. Will they bottle it? What blackmail does Fraser have on Pelly? I don't know. Sergio Reguilon coming on for Miami. Either way, I have no idea. Certainly, Treliving didn't have it. Arsenal will win the league. Yeah, I don't think Keith Pelly. No. That one doesn't even make any sense. He's not Mike Vrabel, you know. I mean, Keith Pelly is not as suave as Mike Vrabel is, you know. I'm not gonna. No, that's probably not it. That's probably not it. Like, Raheem Edwards is probably coming off. Or he is coming off. Substitution, Raheem Edwards off for Chisholm. Not good enough. No, but I expected this. Well, it's Chisholm's second MLS appearances and third overall because he played in the Can Champ. Oh, what do you know? I mean, shot over the bar. I heard she made a new World Cup song. Probably better than Jelly Rolls. Probably. I'm still gonna listen to Jays win. Probably over, I don't know, 40, 50. Sell out the Sky Dome, whatever that is. And hopefully they don't put the camera on Drake. Either way, I don't even think Drake cares about basketball or baseball, I should say. He wasn't even at the World Series. Wait, no. Wait, wasn't he? Oh, wait, yeah, no, he wasn't. Game 7, wasn't he? Or was he at Game 6? I forgot about that. I forgot about all of that. My bad. He was there, wasn't he? Yeah. My bad. He was there. Just in a box, I think. But they still... I forgot about that. I want to forget everything about Game 6 and 7. I want to forget everything about them. So... It was at the World Series. They gave him a button to control some at the stadium. Yeah, I was like, wait, he was there, wasn't he? I was like, wait, he was there, wasn't he? I don't want to remember anything about those games. That's why I forgot. AKA, why the hell is a man who doesn't give a shit about baseball there? Dane St. Clair on the ball. Playing forward, Miami. Here's a chance. Shot. Goal. 3-0, Miami. 3-0, Miami. Regulon. 3-0. Another one. Another one. Sergio Regulon. Goal for Miami. The former Spud. Spurs reject. Sergio Regulon. It was going to happen. Yeah. More! '73rd minute. (3-0) Regulon. Messi with the assist, of course. Surely that will be that. Yeah, thank you, Font Mob. Yeah, it was obvious. It's obvious, isn't it? Capitulating once again. They capitulate easy. They fall so easily. They're sad. Playing forward. Shot blocked away. CM Punk, time to go to sleep. Playing forward, Miami. Messi, goal, 4-0. 4-0 Miami. Lionel Messi. More, come on. (4-0) like PSG gave Miami at the Club World Cup. It's going to be worse. 5 or 6, baby. 5 or 6, baby. 75th minute. They've just given up, Lamal. Sergio Regulon won a Europa League with Tottenham. I didn't even know he made it there that long. He's probably in the treatment room, wasn't he? On like one half. Well, 3 of the 4 was in the second half. I'm wearing red. I'm wearing red. I'm wearing red. See, I know I may be wrong. I know MLSE will probably prove me wrong, but getting embarrassed by Miami's got to be enough, especially after the Ottawa debacle. To fire Fraser. That's all I'm saying. Playing forward. That's all I'm saying. You want a better future? Maybe you should root for TFC to lose. Just saying. Winning against Miami is a short-term gain for long-term pain. Miami beating TFC might be a short-term pain for long-term gain. I won't feel fired. Not this one. Why'd you say more goals? As I said, the more goals, the more likely it is Fraser gets fired. It's like that damn time Armis got fired. Like 7-1. Like there's only 2 times I've been like this. Going into the DC game where we got 7-1 and then this game, except that one was a little bit less expected. This one should be 7-1 for Fraser. This should be his Waterloo. I know MLSE might not do it, but this should be his Waterloo. And the way it's going, cross in. Short-term pain for long-term gain, baby. Call the Pirate. Waterloo, baby. I ain't talking the city in the St. Louis metro area. Planbeck, oh my God, they're putting on nobodies. Then again, we got beat by nobodies on Tuesday, so it doesn't even matter. Pinter and Palmbeck and Ayala. Oh, but they do have Ayala. He's not the nobody. Or Planbeck. That sounds like Rick and Morty. You take the Planbecks and rub it on the plumbus. Planbeck, Pinter, and Ayala. You take the Planbecks and rub it on the plumbus. Yo. Well, Drake would be horrible. Oh, really? Where's Japan going? I'd like to know. Imagine if this was Toluca or Flamengo. We'd be murdered even more. Rub the Planbecks on the plumbus. Seriously, the name Planbeck sounds like a Rick and Morty name. It really does. It really does. It really does. Speaking of, you know what's awesome about Canada? They have a 24-hour version of Adult Swim. It's not just at night. Man. I know what channel the Pirate would keep it on in his house if he was up there. 24-hour Adult Swim. Shot wide. I know why he doesn't put it on Adult Swim anymore when it's only a 12-hour block. Because he doesn't want to go to sleep to Cartoonito or wake up to Cartoonito on Cartoon Network. That would just be embarrassing. Either way. Because that would just be embarrassing. Either way. Jason Tatum bought his mom a house in Waterloo and his baby mama's from Tottenham. So that's how you know Waterloo. I don't even know. Like, every time. Severe weather, boys. Roll up the sleeves. Severe weather, boys. Great connection to you. Interesting. I think only maybe Angus will get that one too. The roll up the sleeves joke. Well, it depends on what channel he watches, but I think 9 home games in a row, and they were all garbage except for one. Oh! Chance shot, goal! Toronto scores! Emilio Arista's a ball. Are we still embarrassed, or do you think that might save Fraser's job? Should I be happy about this? Emilio Arista's a ball scores. Miami choked. Miami. Oh, Regulon made a shot. Good job, Emilio. His second goal when we're out of it. Ayala slips on his ass, gives the ball away, and Emilio gets it passed to him and taps it in. I mean, I like how they scored. Don't get me wrong. That's perfect. You make them pay for their mistakes. But I hope this doesn't mean a three goal loss isn't less of an embarrassment as a 4. I forgot. Wow, amazing. Plenty of time for a 6-1. That'll work. That'll work. Cleared away. Playing forward. 2 more. I know what you're talking about, but playing forward. James Rodriguez will retire from the beautiful game after the World Cup. At least no draw this time. Or James tells Minnesota United he might retire after the World Cup. Team and the player held talks about a possible contract extension. Damn. We got a streaker. 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 It's more fun than the game. One to 4. Hope it was worth it. YOLO. YOLO streaker. What damn. He was getting there though. Let's be real. Like James was getting there. He was getting there. It was gonna happen sooner rather than later of him retiring. No. Ugh. They should add grids to the greens for live broadcasts, says golf fans. Fuck is wrong with you? Header, I get it for a video game. Like, I get having the grid when you're putting on a video game. Whose phrase are going to blame after the game? The Kit Man. Probably the Kit Man. $5 super chat from BKL. Have you ever heard and watched the military science fiction media franchise? It's called Stargate. I've heard of it. I haven't really watched it. I think it's on Paramount Plus. I think Paramount did that. Either way, I don't know. I haven't really. I've watched an episode. Wait, no, was it on Sci-Fi? It might be on Peacock actually. Ball crossed in. Fraser's gonna blame the loss on the fans throwing stuff on the field. They should throw more. They should throw more. It may be Peacock actually. I think I've watched a couple episodes on Sci-Fi here or there, like leading into SmackDown or whatever when it used to be on Sci-Fi. It was Sci-Fi. Yeah. I didn't know if that was like syndication though, but Yeah, my bad. It's on Peacock. My bad. That means it's on Peacock. But I mean, I think I've seen a couple episodes here or there, like on Sci-Fi. Or at least maybe I saw my Nana watching it back in the day when she watched it for some odd reason. Toronto fans should do the same thing Cruz Azul fans did for Larcamon. What did the Cruz Azul fans do? What'd they do? Playing forward. Fraser's going to blame the fans on the loss and the fans throwing stuff on the field. They chanted Fuera Larcamon. Okay, good for you. You found it, Nestor. Good for you. Cleared away. There was a multi-car collision that shut down the Gardner. Going to suck for people at the game going home. Damn, that's sad to hear, man. I pray for the people in the cars in the collision. Fraser's going to blame this watch-along. Well, that's a better thing to blame than the kit, man. This watch-along was preying on my downfall. You're damn right I was. You're garbage. You're damn right I was preying on your downfall. Call the pirate. You're damn right I was. I care more about this team than you. So, meaning, caring about this team means I have to pray for your downfall, jackass. Bye-bye. Goal! Oh, my God. Header by Aristizabal. Is he better than Josh Sargent? Maybe. Emilio Aristizabal with a header. It's 2-4. Emilio Russell Westbrook stat pad. 4-2. Emilio Aristizabal hits an amazing header to cut the lead to 2. Somebody needs to make a meme out of that. Emilio still might be better than Miami. Can't even keep it to 1. It's 2, but it is 90 minutes. 90th minute, Aristizabal, 2-4. Sadly enough, he might just be the man of the match. St. Clair couldn't start for Canada. I've been saying that for a long time. 8 minutes of stoppage time. Good header, won't lie. Now Fraser isn't going anywhere. You're probably right. This wasn't enough of an embarrassment. Thank you, Emilio. Stat padding got us into more trouble. Good job, sir. You're still somehow better than Josh Sargent, though. Fuck! Fraser's going to blame the crash on the Gardner because it stressed him out. They're going to score a third. Miami garbage, bro. Miami garbage, bro. Miami garbage, bruh. Miami be garbage. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Aristizabal. Da-da-da-da. Group F, Japan, Qatar, Thailand, Indonesia. Ah, crap. Does that mean I have to do a Japan versus Indonesia watch along? Wow. Shit. Well, Sun's going to get what he wants. Me doing a John Herdman match with Indonesia because he's playing Japan. Fuck! Whenever the Asian Cup goes on. Oh, Lord. Japan versus Netherlands B team. Japan versus the Drone Boys. Japan versus the Drone Boys. Herdman was smiling at the draw. He looked so confident. Well, that's some he is for sure. He's going to say, we're going to F Japan. Do you think John Herdman can fix Indonesia? I mean, he's doing a good job of it so far. Fraser substitutions work, so he's not going anywhere. Fraser better get on his knees and thank Emilio for saving his job. Down in the box! Mora. No penalty. The Drone Boys. Where do you think WWE's going next for WrestleMania? They say Saudi Arabia next year. That may not happen because Donald Trump is still at war with the Middle East. If they can't go to Saudi Arabia, I say they might just go to London. Or Vegas again. Or just Vegas again, you know. It should be Saudi Arabia, though. I wish it would be Toronto. I wish they'd just go to Toronto. But then again, the Sky Dome's being used at that point, or the Blue Jays would have to play like 2 weeks in a row on the road. Indonesia manufactures tons of drones. John Herdman and Donald Trump are drooling after hearing that. WrestleMania in Wembley. That would actually be cool, though. 94th minute. Scenes. Toronto would be great. I wish there was a WrestleMania in Toronto, man. Would have to be the Sky Dome, but yeah, he should. Herdman should make a drone review channel when he retires. Maybe you should do it with Trevor Bauer. No penalty. Maybe you should do it with Trevor Bauer. I know there's been so many stories about Trevor Bauer, but do you remember the time he got his finger cut by the drone before the ALCS start? I mean, London would be nice. London would be nice. WrestleMania at Wembley. Fraser's job is safe. It probably is. Good job, Emilio. Why'd you have to stat pad? No, it's just WWE. It's just Club WWE. That's all it is. Unless Tampa is the replacement for Saudi Arabia, but I don't even know if I'll be watching Backlash tonight. I might just be napping. I don't give a shit. Like, even a John Cena announcement can't make me watch Backlash. Honestly. Emilio, ball crossed in. I don't know, bro. I will have the review within the hour of this game. And, Playing forward. Club WWE. Something about Club WWE will be his huge announcement, I'm sure. WrestleMania Tampa is the most vanilla announcement they could ever make. It'll at least be a full stadium this time. Unless... I'm not. I'm not. Playing forward. Ball crossed in for Miami. Out for a corner. Nope, still in. 98th minute. Miami. Top of the box. Chipped over, headed down. Yeah, it's still their current home kit. Some membership thing where you get early access to tickets and other types of stuff. I don't know. It's WWE getting more profit out of dumb marks. Over the top. Cleared. Gavin with a goal kick, 99th minute. But, yeah, it's still the current home kit, but yeah, it's last year's kit. When it was new, of course. I still think Emilio's better than Sargent, I won't lie. I won't lie. I think Emilio's better than Sargent. I don't think we need a Josh. The only thing, but a 4-4-2, that would make sense only for the fact that Josh is very good at drawing defenders. And Emilio could pounce on the ball because Josh is drawing defenders. Honestly, hear me out here, personally, because I don't like a 4-4-2. 4-3-3, Jordy is the 10, Emilio on the wing, but really a second striker that kind of like drops in. Sargent is the 9. And Emilio basically trailing him when he draws 2 defenders. So Emilio's on the ball, sort of on the wing, but also like draws himself in, and then Shallowy on the other end, over the bar. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually. And I think it might work better as a 4-3-3, to be fair. And it's full time. 4-2, Miami. 2-4. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send suggestions on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Hit that hype button to put this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button to become a member. Send suggestions on the live streams. Comment on this video. See you within the hour for the review of this game. And I'll see you tomorrow for Habs versus Sabres Game 3. So, just live and review. And then Tuesday as well. So with that being said, I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. See you within the hour. Toronto lose 4-2.